Monarch of Great Idjerhe Kingdom in Ethiope West Local Government Area of Delta State, His Royal Majesty King Obugwokwo Monday Ato Whiskey JP, PhD Idjerhe I has informed the outside world of the business possibilities and opportunities that exist in his kingdom and the entire Niger Delta region of Nigeria. He was speaking at a Niger Delta summit in Atlanta, Georgia, United States of America, where he delivered a keynote address to the world at large. The Business Development Summit attracted top functionaries all over the globe as the monarch, renowned for his outspoken nature and desire for a developmental advancement of his kingdom, unveiled the rich potential that exists in Nigeria from the opportunities that arises from the River Ethiope, which flows across his kingdom, to the rich soil topography for agriculture and the vast lands that exist for investors in Idjerhe Kingdom.
Your Excellency, the reps from the Georgia State, a very distinguished Deputy Speaker of the vibrant Delta State House of Assembly, noble men and women, very distinguished Americans and Nigerians here present. Let me observe the already well-established protocol. On a lighter mood, let me start with a lighter mood. About 600 years ago, when the white men first came to the continent of Africa, Nigeria specifically, our people were running because they were not ready then. But here we are this time around, we're ready. So nobody is running. Secondly, they came picking people to come work in their farm in Europe. And whereas our people have a lot of farmland to work on, without negotiation, they were forcing men to Europe. But this time around, we are no longer looking for people to force us to Europe. We are now ready to move. We are now ready for development. We are ready to look at it in a global manner. In the days of old, the Europeans will come, they will give us the price of our products. But this time around, we are now bold enough to tell them the price of our products. So it's going to be a win-win situation. They are ready for what we have, and we're also ready to give them at our own price. Ladies and gentlemen, I came to do just few jobs. One of the first things I came to do is to look at the possibility. When the Deputy Speaker was speaking, he told us about a very peculiar river called River Ethiope. Peculiar because that is about the only river I know of that we know the source, we also know the end. River Ethiope started in Delta State and emptied his content into another river in Delta State. It traverses about 6 local governments, and but for visa issues or what about, I ought to be here with 6 members of the Delta State House of Assembly. And you know, it is not a small task to move the Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly of a state like Delta. That is to tell you the seriousness that will attach to this conference, to this summit. I am quite happy that we have these numbers of persons, because most decisions that rule the world today, you have less than 10 people taking such decisions. So the biggest of the business around the world is the business concept of individual, of 2 individuals, of 2 friends, of 3 friends. But here we are. We have a hall that is packed full with people with solid development ideology, with solid intellectual capacity. And therefore, I am very happy to be part of you and to speak to you on the development concept about the kingdom of Idjerhe, we refer to as Great Idjerhe Kingdom. I did a visual of the River Ethiope to look at the possibility, because Nigeria today, the power sector is now liberalized. What that means is that a wealthy investor can now come and put money to power generation, especially in the hydropower sector. And as the king of that land, I'm assuring you 100% that you will not only be given security, you'll be given native protection from the palace and from the populace, from the youth of the kingdom, to ensure, because those who brought MTN to Nigeria, they never knew that such market was awaiting them. That we can replicate in the power sector, because if you now provide a metered, a prepaid power generation, like you have the MTN card, I'm able to say that if you introduce the solar, the hydropower in Nigeria today, in Delta today, specifically in the Great Idjerhe Kingdom, the recharge card, nobody can be funny with it. The product will sell. So I know the importance of this summit. That is why I came to tell you that we have a big market. Help us discuss with all investors who are interested in power generation, and they will not regret doing so. Can I have River Ethiope? Okay, this is Idjerhe Kingdom. You can see the warlord there. What it tells you is that we're a strong kingdom. The founder was a warrior, and this is what you see here. Move on to River Ethiope. Move on to River Ethiope. Okay, this is River Ethiope. What we have here is a unique river that will need less technology to generate power, because the river has a 12-hour flowing pattern. Every 12 hours, it flows to the west. Another 12 hours, the river flows to the east on its own, natural. So, if we get a hydro machine to the water, you need lesser force to move the machine, because the water already has its own natural force to move down for 12 hours and return back for every 12 hours. So River Ethiope is available, and through the help of the Right Honorable Speaker, the River Ethiope will soon have a human right status. That is, whatever you do on River Ethiope, you'll be dealing with a human-like institution. And that is for power and energy. Secondly, I want to speak about agriculture. The greatest problem bedeviling the human existence today is food sustainability. And therefore, the great kingdom of Idjerhe have in abundance land for farming. There are parts of my kingdom today where I have 25 kilometer unoccupied land. 25 kilometer unoccupied land. What that translates to, the last time the Chinese were with me in my palace, they came looking for opportunity to invest in agriculture. I gave them a condition. One of the conditions is that every year that they want to cultivate 5 kilometer by 5 kilometer by 5 kilometer by 5 kilometer square, you build for me a new community of 1 kilometer square. By that, we'll be moving our people closer to the farm, and also securing the land and expanding my kingdom. We currently have 94 communities. That makes Great Idjerhe Kingdom the second largest kingdom in Delta State, in Urobo Nation, Okbe, with 118 communities. We currently have 94. And as a leader, I aim for development. So for every year that you do farm of 5 kilometers square, your workers and my people will stay in a new community. Another year, you move to another land, you build another community. By so doing, we try to possess our unoccupied land. We have government boundary demarcated already, but we need to use technology to possess the land. Farming on those land is one of those things. So I will appreciate if we have people who are very much interested in very expand mechanized agriculture so that we can possess those land through developmental, agri-developmental efforts. I know for sure that for the developing world and even the developed world to live peacefully, food is a condition. The Great Idjerhe Kingdom is very much ready to provide land for development, especially in the area of agriculture. I know that the white men, when they first came to Nigeria about 600 years ago, the purpose was for agric. They wanted our palm oil. Okay? Here we are today, looking for them to come now. See, look at the possibility of adding more value to agric products. Up to 35%, 40% of pharmaceutical companies in Nigeria get their raw starch, milk starch from Idjerhe, because our land, although we are very rich in oil, but I don't know what God did, that our land is still fertile. So our potash content is still very good for the mode of pharmaceutical companies in Kano, in Lagos, in Ibadan. Every 8 days, you see trucks living with starch. Some are not for consumption, some are for the pharmaceutical industry. For agric, we are very much ready. Further agric, palm produce, palm oil, is one essential commodity needed at the world level now. And the great kingdom of Idjerhe is very rich. I recently received in audience the senior special assistant to the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on South-South engagement. The reason she visited was to look at the possibility of adding more value to our oil content. Because for every 1 drum of oil that you produce, the labor involved is so much that you are not encouraged. But with technology, we now have machines that take the bunch of the banger to the machine. It does separation. Those are the technology that we need in my land, that our people need, so that the numbers of man-hour will be reduced, production will be high. And I know, like Mr. Thompson said, Africans, Nigerians, and Delta, they have the courage, they have the strength, they have the power. All that is needed is the technological support to ensure that more value is added to what we are doing. The great Niger Delta people, the organizers of this very important summit, knew this, and they actually want to ensure that a world attention is focused on the Delta. Focus on the Delta because there is so much to be gained from the Delta. As a practicing journalist, I worked in the Delta, covered the creeks, covered the upland for a little above 3 decades. And I'm very much aware that the people are not lazy. The people are hardworking. The people are resilient. The people are only looking for support to better what they are doing. On behalf of the government of Nigeria, of the government of Delta State, of the traditional institution of Nigeria, of the traditional institution in the South-South and in Delta State and in Urobo, that is the 5th largest ethnic nationality in Nigeria. I will assure you that given every single business opportunity, that they will be protected, that they will be supported, and that together we will grow. And I look forward that when next this summit wants to take place, I will appeal to Mr. Thompson to personally lead a delegation to my palace, and I will help lead delegations to several state governments, because what we are doing here is a big job. There is no reason why we should not have representative of the 6 state governors in the South in this hall, because we are here to discuss the future of the states, the sustainability, the food sustainability, the technological sustainability development of those states. So I pledge to support and consistently support this program if given the opportunity. On behalf of my people, I'm happy to be here. I'm indeed very proud of what you are doing. Thank you all, and God bless you.